Hey everyone, Larry here once again, and today here on Interstellar Happenings, I want to discuss what could possibly be new evidence that's came to light that was uploaded by someone who goes by the name of Anonymous Shadow onto his Twitter feed. What you can see in the video is possibly one of the most famous UFO incidents to take place in Mexico's history, the Puebla UFO crash that occurred on July 29th, 1977, when a radar station in the Pacific coastal town of Zihuatanejo tracked an unknown object headed to the northeast. Later, the Benito Juarez International Airport in Mexico also picked up the same blip on their radar. In the air that morning, the crew of Aerolíneas Argentinas Flight 371, flying their Boeing 707 over the countryside of Oaxaca, called in the object, and the airport control tower also confirmed their sighting of what appeared to be an explosion or a simple breakup of an object or objects that eventually crashed in the remote Sierra Norte of the state. Giving this incident even more mystery, there was footage that was obtained by a film crew that was filming the movie Picardia Mexicana, and when the film's director Abel Salazar had heard of the unusual object in the sky, he asked his film crew to point their cameras upwards at what they thought at the time was just a comet. The footage was never released or was taken by the army. Whatever it was, no one ever saw it. Leading me to today's video of possibly what could be missing video evidence taken by the film crew that day. A video that would back up that something did actually crash. First, before I show you this new video evidence, I'm going to show you a photo of the mountain Pico de Orizaba, which could possibly be the mountain you will see in the background of this video, and ground zero for the original 1977 incident that took place. So go ahead, take a good look at it. We will come back and compare and analyze these two mountains, but for now, go ahead and check out this video. Okay, so what do you guys think? You can see what appears to be a saucer-shaped object tumbling from the sky with smoke pluming behind it. When it disappears behind the trees, you can almost hear a loud boom. You prepare to see a fiery explosion, but yet no explosion occurs. Meaning whatever crashed here, if this is real, does not run on any kind of combustible fuels. Not long after the crash, too, locals began scouring the countryside for remnants that they could sell in their marketplace. Some of these were actually taken to a lab by a reporter who did not inform the lab of the sample's origins. The test results came back in with some interesting findings. It was an extremely durable steel, silicon, chromium-based alloy that was very close to an alloy of Spanish origin used to manufacture high-resistance industrial springs, and said it was the first time they had ever seen something like this in the form of a sheet. They called it a rare piece for rare use. So let's go ahead now and compare these mountainsides side by side and see how close it really is. And yeah, it's pretty close. But one photo is further back, so let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. And as you can see, yes, this photo does have the trees here that the UFO went behind down this way. Also, in this photo, it does seem to be at a slightly different angle. You can see here where the second small peak here is in both the photo and the video. The main peak here also almost precisely matches up. The only thing missing from the photo to the video is that in the photo, there's just more snow on the peak. Something that could easily vary with seasons, and you gotta remember that this crash did occur during the summer months, in which there would have been less snow on this peak. Of course, many of those who saw this over on Reddit immediately jumped on the CGI bandwagon, but they all seem to eventually come to that same conclusion. If it is CGI, it is very good. One Reddit user who goes by the handle name Throwing Things Wildly said it this way: "It's very well composited if it is. Best that I can come up with is that there potentially does seem to be a strange shift on the smoke, on the slowed down footage, in relation to the landscape. But smoke can act strangely, especially under turbulent stress. The smoke has way more going for it as actual smoke than CGI though. And the whole smoke trail here behind it and how it disappears behind these trees is pretty convincing to me." He goes on to add, "I don't actually think this is CGI. It could be some really good work, but looks like an actual object to me. It still could be any manner of other things before I'd say actual footage of an alien ship though. If it wasn't a saucer, what could it have been?" In late 1977, one keen researcher noted that on July 17, 1977, the Soviet Union launched the Cosmos 929 satellite. The third stage of the rocket carried the satellite re-entered the atmosphere on July 29, 1977, the very day of the crash of the alleged Puebla UFO. When asked by Mexican reporters, the Soviet embassy in Mexico City offered no comment about the incident, nor did they offer any specifics about their space program. There are rumors that after the crash, a crew came in and cleaned up and took away the UFO, a story that remains till this day a current topic of discussion among the people of Mexico, who believe various organizations around the world are trying to keep this secret. The Mexican government never formally investigated the case, at least publicly. There are rumors that after the crash, a crew came in and cleaned up and took away the UFO, a story that remains till this day a current topic of discussion among the people of Mexico, who believe various organizations around the world are trying to keep this secret. The unsanctioned story of what actually happened over the skies of Pueblo on that July day was clean and simple. The fragments that fell to Earth were mere pieces of Soviet space hardware. But whatever it was, on July 29, 1977, something did fall from the skies over Pueblo, causing much excitement and speculation. To this day, this alleged saucer crash remains a mystery and one of the most bizarre unsolved UFO cases in all of Mexico. And for clarification, still looks like a saucer to me. So what does it look like to you? Hey guys, don't forget, check out all my other videos with this full playlist right here. And don't forget to subscribe now for more interstellar happenings.